Elon Musk made it clear who should be working for Tesla and his other companies. Tesla staff were awakened to a major surprise from their CEO on the first day of the month. Musk sent out 2 emails to his employees stating how he wants the work structure at Tesla to be moving forward. He sounded a bit stern in his approach, and it seemed like his mind was made up about his decision. His directive could affect hundreds of staff, and they may just end up losing their jobs if they refuse to do one thing Elon Musk wants them to do. Overall, Elon Musk probably had a review with the experts on his company's structure, which of course includes his top management. He immediately ordered staff to return to the office or quit the firm. He sent out the first email with the precise subject: "Remote work is no longer acceptable." The email reads, "Anyone who wishes to do remote work must be in the office for a minimum, and I mean minimum, of 40 hours per week or resign from Tesla. This is less than we ask of factory workers. If there are particularly exceptional contributors for whom this is impossible, I will review and approve those exceptions directly. Moreover, the office must be the main Tesla office, not a remote branch office unrelated to the job duties. For example, being responsible for Fremont factory human relations but having your office in another state." Unexpectedly, he sent out another mail with the subject "to be super clear" for emphasis and clarity. Now, this is getting really serious. The mail was much more straightforward. It read, "Everyone at Tesla is required to spend a minimum of 40 hours in the office per week. Moreover, the office must be where your actual colleagues are, not some remote pseudo-office. If you don't show up, we will assume you have resigned. The more senior you are, the more visible your presence must be. This is why I lived in the factory so much that those on the line could see me working alongside them. If I hadn't done that, Tesla would have long ago gone bankrupt. There are, of course, companies that don't require this. But when was the last time they shipped a great new product? It's been a while. Tesla has and will create and actually manufacture the most exciting and meaningful products of any company on earth. This will not happen by phoning it in." The email did not specify the time frame by which Musk's directions to workers must be implemented. Thus, the directives may be practical immediately. The urgency and seriousness of these emails are pretty alarming. Some of Musk's workers are about to bid the company farewell, as we all know how working from home can be. For instance, those who have relocated to other places know too well that they could work remotely. Some Tesla employees voiced their discontent with Musk's new statements in postings on the anonymous app Blind, which requires users to join up using their corporate email as proof of employment. How will Tesla complete projects if there were a mass exodus? I doubt investors would be pleased, one Tesla employee wrote. "Waiting for him to back down fairly fast," said another worker. Tesla's Shanghai plant has been working tirelessly to build up production after the Chinese economic hub's shutdown, which forced the company to close for 22 days. In the face of employee reluctance and the rise in coronavirus infections in California, prominent Silicon Valley tech corporations do not demand employees to return to the offices full-time. Employers, including the state government, are discovering that requiring the return of all workers is a formula for epidemics. WorkSafe Executive Director Steven Knight stated, "It is a well-known fact that Elon Musk reopened a Tesla facility in Fremont, California back in May of 2020, ignoring Alameda County's lockdown efforts to prevent the spread of the coronavirus infection." According to county data collected by the legal information portal Plainside, Tesla recorded 440 instances at the facility from May to December of 2020. Musk's rocket business, SpaceX, recorded 132 COVID-19 cases at its HQ in the Los Angeles suburb of Hawthorne last year. Musk previously downplayed the hazards of coronavirus, claiming that the coronavirus fear is stupid and that youngsters were basically resistant to it. He subsequently had COVID-19 twice. American folks are trying to avoid coming to work at all, Musk claimed last month, but Chinese employees won't even leave the workplace, sort of thing. They'll be burning 3 a.m. oil, he declared during a press conference. Keith Rabois, who worked with Musk at PayPal, warned that staff at Twitter, which enables permanent remote work, are ready for a harsh awakening. Musk's email to Tesla employees implies that Twitter's policies will most likely change when he takes over. Musk's perspective contrasts sharply with those of numerous other well-known corporations. For example, Airbnb co-founder and CEO Brian Chesky said on Twitter in April that workers would now be able to leave and work wherever. While some large businesses have made optional work-from-home programs permanent, others, such as Alphabet's Google, urge workers to gradually return to the office. In early April, Alphabet expected workers to be in the office at least 3 days per week. However, many staff have been allowed to work remotely. In March, Twitter's CEO Parag Agrawal said that the company's offices would reopen. However, workers may continue to work from home if they wish. Because of this, many sectors are debating whether to maintain the remote work practices that flourished during the coronavirus outbreak. Some industries, like banking, have indicated that they anticipate employees to return to the office. In contrast, others, especially in the tech sector, have said they would accept remote work forever. Many localities have chosen a hybrid approach. According to Castle, which operates security card access systems in hundreds of buildings throughout the nation, office occupancy in the United States is approximately 43%. In contrast, Salesforce, which pioneered cloud-based company software, views flexibility as a recruitment tool. It doesn't mind where its best talent works, as long as they are in the same time zone, its co-CEO recently told a German newspaper. Musk appeared to foreshadow his disdain for work from home last month when he replied to news that Apple had postponed its return to work plan by posting a meme implying that staff who work from home were just lazy dogs. For many of his unhappy employees, Musk's transformation into a cartoon supervillain is almost complete at this point. He's been accused of workplace racism and sexual harassment in recent months, coupled with the financial crisis. He's doing strange Twitter things, according to many Tesla investors. He seems to yearn for the time when no basic labor legislation existed, and it appears to have translated into Tesla's culture. This overall mindset has resulted in a turnover, which he is also directly pushing for by encouraging employees to come to work or expect to be fired. It is okay for talent to be squeezed dry or pushed out before the conclusion of the company's 4-year stock vesting term, says Edward Niedermeyer. He interviewed over 100 Tesla workers for his book Ludicrous: The Unvarnished Story of Tesla Motors. Musk's evident joy about a post-worker future at Tesla is one of the book's most unsettling examples. Tesla's production experts were astounded when also in 2016, Mr. Musk publicly pledged to construct a completely automated plant that needed no human employees, writes Niedermeyer. The project eventually failed. Tesla created 2 production lines that aimed to automate jobs that required dexterity and flexibility that current robots are still very far from achieving. Twitter users were also split by Musk's message. Some claimed that Tesla risked losing too many minds within its 110,000-strong workforce if employees refused to follow his commands. Others perceived no danger, given the company's assertion in its 2021 impact report that it had over 3 million job applications worldwide last year. Apparently, no matter what other companies do or say, Musk is done with remote work, and he has made up his mind. However, there is an unsolved puzzle. What happens if employees disobey Musk? Will it affect the workforce at Tesla? Or is this a medium to lay off some senior staff and employ new ones off the market? Some speculations also suggested that Musk is most likely working with a lead. Some workers have become less productive because working from home has made them more relaxed. While other workers have taken up more jobs from other firms in addition to their Tesla job, it is about to get even messier in the next couple of months. But until then, let us know if you support or don't Elon Musk's decision to cancel remote work. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.